Good evening to all of our viewers. Welcome, guys. Thanks for coming back and hanging out with us on this fabulous Monday night. You guys know who I am, your host, Molly Mayhem, who plays as the lovely fire sorceress Tatiana. Next to me, we've got our GM Patrick, who plays as Thwack. We've got Red, who plays as Kate, the big baddie. We've got Cheeky Angel, who plays as the cute little Leshy Sephi. And we have a new player today. Welcome, Brielle. She's going to be playing as a character named Estrella. We don't know too much about her yet. We do know she's a half-elf, and we do know that she's going to be an oracle. So we're going to find out all about her character today. So thank you guys for coming and hanging out. And let Patrick take it away.
All right, last time on Pathfinder, our intrepid adventurers were being held hostage for ransom by the demon worshipping military of the country of Chalax. They've determined that they're not spies because, well, they would be the most inept spies ever. Or that makes them the best spies ever. We're not sure, but they're pretty sure that you're not spies. But the ambassador of Osirin that you're with, he's worth some decent ransom. He figured you guys are going to be there for months waiting for a ransom to get paid, and you basically said, screw this, we're out. You've managed to figure out how to get rid of the magic dampening bracelets that you were wearing by Cheeky's innate ability to shift sizes.
Mm-hmm.
Get smaller, your clothes fall off. And the demon that's barring the gate, well, they figured out the loophole in the contract is if there's no circle around the gate, he's not bound inside of it. Therefore, his contract is void. So Tatiana was able to negotiate a new temporary contract that for the price of one really nice summoning scroll, he gets to spend the next 10 minutes creating massive havoc, so long as he doesn't attack you directly. The summoning scroll in his hand went up in flames as he summoned up a dozen imps who were flinging magic around the place pretty much indiscriminately. You've made a beeline for the gate. Oh, and you also set fire to the stables in the back half of the military complex. And so that's where most of the forces are, trying to put that out and wrangle all the horses that are running free. But there are 4 soldiers left holding the gate. There's the corporal who is questioning what the hell you were up to in the first place, and 3 soldiers that are standing with him. With you is Thwack, your shifty little goblin, who's, madly in love with Tatiana's fire. Yeah, she's got nice tits, but fire. Ooh.
Fire boobies.
He pays attention to her boobies most when she sets them on fire. Sephi is the druid Leshy of adorableness, which is really funny because she speaks in adorable when she's trying to speak common, but if she speaks Sylvan, she's kind of foul-mouthed like a sailor. Speaking of sailors, we have Kate, the longshoreman who used to be just a common laborer, well, not so common, being half hill giant, big and strong, and, in charge of doing most of the lifting. Now she's in charge of most of the punching. And, let's see, with you is also, Tatiana, the fire sorceress, who, has started taking an interest in demons. She's now committed her first demonic contract. That's probably putting a little mark on her soul someplace. And with her is her flirt buddy, Akar. Akar Salim. Akar Ben Salim, the ambassador to Osira. For those who don't know, Osira is a very Egypt-esque country, and he's a cousin of the pharaoh, the entire reason that they were worth holding for ransom.
My future husband.
She has political aspirations, clearly.
Yes.
She's going to be the boobies behind the throne.
Yes.
A car is dressed and also prepared to a fight. From the conversations you've had, he is an experienced military leader, but is now working as the ambassador to you guys' home country. So, you have, the four of you have stepped up, and, well, let's see, the three of you, and are engaging on with the others, and with the four officers at the gate.
Yeah, since
Estrella.
Seppi flew away.
You've been wandering around this country, and this place is kind of fucked. Their entire political structure, they've modeled it after the hierarchies of the demons. And there's so much summoned demons in this country. The most of the good religions have been forced to pull out of the country because they oppose all of the demons. Hell, even most of the dark religions don't play well with the demons.
Demons after all.
So you've been wandering around, and when you've run into military patrols or anything, even town guards, you're not. They check to see if you're wearing a holy symbol or anything like that. And while they can tell that you cast divine magic, you're not a goddess worshiper, and so they haven't quite figured out whether or not they're supposed to arrest you or not. But you haven't actually gotten in their way. You've just been helping people in general. What did you determine your alignment was?
We did not discuss that.
Okay.
Oh shoot.
Are you
So-
are you a rules follower and believe in the rule of law, or are you an anarchist, or in the middle?
In the middle.
Okay. Do you tend to be very selfless and giving kind of person, or more selfish?
Selfless.
Okay, your character's alignment is neutral good.
That is on your first page here, where it says alignment. You can put LG.
So when it
Oh,
comes to
no, he said
laws, you
neutral
can kind
good,
of
so-
take them or leave them, and then we mean specifically the laws of the country.
Yeah.
Um,
And also, you don't have like a super strict moral code internally.
well, no, you can have it. You can have
You
a
have moral code,
of
yes.
your own.
Stick by it as strictly as like a lawful good person or something.
Right. But good, you're more likely to help somebody on the road than to just, steal out of the beggar's cup.
Sounded like it.
And at the last time you were at, you were coming towards the seaside, to the south of the country, and you decided, hey, why not? I'll go see the ocean. I don't know if I've seen an ocean before, but I'll go check this out. See if it looks familiar.
I haven't got his glasses.
Traveling south, you see
Maybe she's coming back around.
on the hill. Let's see. She just wandered off.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
sorry. You're. I'm sorry. Gar, I didn't know you were talking to me. I'm sorry.
You didn't hear any of what I was saying?
I'm sorry.
You're terrible.
I'm really bad at this.
Terrible.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm ready now.
All right. So your character has been wandering around the countryside,
Mhm.
not getting yourself in trouble, but the military and police don't quite know what to do with you because you are a divine spellcaster, and there's not a whole lot of those left in this country because they're they're demon summoners, and most of the religions don't play nicely with that. So when you were at the last village, you found that you were getting close to the seaside and decided to go check that out because, hey, I don't know if I've ever seen an ocean. Maybe it'll jog my memory.
Yeah, beach.
So, you're on the road headed south towards the sea. You know that there's a couple of beaches, but also some rocky cliffs overlooking the ocean. In the distance, you see a fortress, and there's big black cloud of smoke coming up from it. Clearly, there's some kind of disturbance and something going wrong over there, and you can choose to continue on your path south, or diverge over towards that military fort and see if see what's going on.
Okay. What should I do?
This is the part where you make the decisions.
Oh, okay.
Either way, I will make it to where you will run into the rest of the party, but if you're go up and get up close and see what's going on, things will happen in one way. If you head towards the sea, maybe they'll happen a different way, but it's your choice. What would you do?
I would like to head straight for the water.
Okay. All right. Your road that you're walking continues southward, and over the cliffs you can see, just beginning to start to see the ocean, and the road looks like it's going to wind down the cliff.
Ugh, sounds like such a long way.
Oh.
Looks like a long walk.
All right. So now we're going to enter combat, and you'll get to see how that works. We rolled up what's called initiative last time. This determines the order in which people are going to go.
So it would be this die. It's called the D20.
Okay.
You roll it, get a number, and then you add that perception number on the right of your sheet. That's how you determine. No, you don't change it. That number on your sheet always stays the same. You just
Right.
add the two numbers in your head, and then you would tell Patrick what the number would be. That's how you determine your initiative.
And that tells me for this time today what order you go in the sequence of events. So what did you get on the die?
6,
And what's your perception score?
12, so I get 18.
18.
Yep.
So that
That's
determines
it.
what
Just
order
math.
you go in.
Hopefully Vesta is nearby. I need my little fire
Okay.
furnace.
So, top of the initiative is actually
Me!
Tatiana.
Yeah!
Who's got a total of 33 for her initiative.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
You have a large arch that's about 20 feet across. It's big enough to roll wagons into. It does have a gate that opens inward,
Okay.
but currently is open. And it has a portcullis that is also open. In that archway stands the 4 guards, one of which is the corporal who you guys talked to earlier.
So do we still look like guards, or has that spell worn off and we don't look like guards anymore? Or they've recognized, like, through the spell and they realize it's us trying to escape?
I will be rolling that on their first turn to see if they see through the illusion.
Well,
At this very moment, that illusion is still there, but they're looking at you like you're hostiles. They don't quite understand why a guard might be helping these other two, but they do see you as a hostile.
because I would like to use Battle Cry, but I'm sure if I do that, it's gonna probably make them know that it's me. If they don't know yet, they're gonna know.
Probably, but in like 3.2 seconds, they're going to know anyway.
They would do excellent chance on that.
Okay. It shows that did I use spells last session?
I don't believe you did.
I didn't think I did either, but I probably just didn't erase it.
I think so too, because I think we were fully rested when we started our plot.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, you were fully rested at that.
So
she has burned a couple of spells, and that's it.
Ooh, the other thing that I'm gonna need to do is I need to figure out the actions for her spells so that we know for her turn which,
How many actions they take.
yeah. So...
I can look them up really quick as we come to them.
Okay. I'm gonna use my battle cry, and I'm gonna yell at the guys in front of us and be like, hey, you need to move out of our way right now or some really bad shit's gonna fucking happen.
She has really long battle cries.
So good. They're more like
All right.
battle poems.
Well,
Not sonnets.
Roll intimidate.
so, yep. Roll me your intimidate.
11, 19, 30.
Yum.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Excellent.
The three soldiers look a little shaken, but the corporal's, his chest puffs up and gives them the command, don't let them through.
Alright, well, here we go, boys and girls. Let's do, fuck it, I'm doing a fucking fireball. Fuck yeah, do a fucking fireball, fucking fireball.
This would be an appropriate place for a fireball, yeah?
Alright, I got a 28, 31.
Okay.
Alright, let's see. Okay, so fireballs and fireballs. So we have 3, and it's 66.
Two of the soldiers are not fast enough to get out of the way. So they take full damage. The other two manage to dive and shield themselves with the gate itself, taking only partial damage.
9, 10, 13, 19, 24. Is Vesta within close enough range that I would get my extra damage bonus?
What is the range that we said had to be?
I thought it was like 30 feet. 60, I don't remember, honestly.
No, she's not going to be that close, unfortunately.
Yeah, I didn't... yeah, and I don't have it written down. I just have written down +2 range bonus. So I guess we would need to... Whenever we boost her sheet, we'll do that. So, 24 points of damage.
24 points? Okay. A large boom goes off as the fireball explodes in the tunnel of the gate. Two of them, as I said, the corporal and one of the soldiers manages to dodge to the side, taking a little less of the explosion, but the other two take it full force.
Excellent.
And then I would like to use Blistering Invective on the corporal.
Okay.
Which is going to be a 29. And I would look at him and I'd be like, I told you if you didn't get out of our way, some fucked up shit was about to happen. Now it's going to get fucking worse for you, bro. Let him fucking burn from the inside. Oh, wait. I got to roll damage.
Throwing him from the inside. Just
Burn, motherfucker, burn!
From the inside.
Five points of damage. It's not my best roll for my d6. Oh, my cup's empty.
My cup is also empty.
Do you want me to refill it for you?
Yeah, I can refill if it's not my turn yet.
It's not your turn.
Okay.
I got it.
Oh.
Yeah, I already brought one in here, so.
Okay.
That'd be
I'm gonna
good.
go
Go.
refill.
Yeah, go grab a refill. You're good. ASMR? Anyone?
It's hot here.
That's the end of your turn.
Yeah.
Next
I assume Vesta is running to get towards us. She's just not there yet.
You have command of that. You get to decide.
So yeah, she's running towards us as close to the gate as she can, however far she can run on her turn with one action to get closer to the gate.
Okay.
But
So on
she's
the
not
front-
going to cross. She's just going to come from around and attack from the backside.
She's coming around from the building. She's coming across the bridge. There's a chasm that separates the part of the cliff that this complex is on from the main part, and so they have a drawbridge over that. She is coming around the cliff and headed towards the gate,
Okay.
or towards the drawbridge.
That's me.
No, Vesta, my firefox. We got separated when everything happened, and we ended up in jail, and Vesta was still left on the boat. So Vesta hopped off the boat when the boat started leaving. I was like, I'm not leaving with these fucking strangers. I need my person. And so she's been roaming around outside the facility trying to figure out how to fucking get to me.
Yeah.
So now I've been able to communicate with her and be like, look, we're breaking out. This is what's going on. Fucking meet us at the gate, kind of thing, and trying to send her visuals. Because as an animal, she doesn't speak.
Yes.
And she doesn't work in words, so you have to concepts and
Mhm.
images and emotions.
Yeah. Same with real animals.
Okay, so up next is Thwack. Thwack, seeing the massive amount of chaos that the imps are causing, comes up with a great idea. Thwack starts taunting one of the imps.
Oh god.
Now, he listened to you negotiate the contract, and the demon himself is not allowed to attack you.
But the imps
Imps, on the other hand, are not so constrained.
Right.
So there's a part of the loophole in your contract.
Right.
Thwack decides to use this to his own advantage,
Okay.
and he starts taunting this one big fat imp that's flying and has been slinging ice spells.
Christ.
So
Okay.
Thwack runs at the corporal in the gate all the time, taunting the ice imp, calling him fat and slow and you can't catch me, etc., etc. Thwack's also running in a straight line to make it really easy for him to get hit.
Oh, alright.
His plan is, as soon as he feels the crackle in the air of a spell coming, he's going to engage his magic boots of speed and go sideways and see if he can get the imp to shoot the soldiers.
Yes, go
Good
flat.
characters there, though. Love them.
Little smart
Now the question becomes, can he actually pull it off?
booger. Right?
First off, how effective is his taunt? Pretty damn good. He's got that fat imp pretty pissed.
He's learned from the best on how to make people annoyed.
Right.
You're welcome.
It's a valuable skill in the world, okay?
And so, the imp gets quite pissed, pulls his hands back, and creates, as his hands go back, this ball of blue-white light comes up in between his hands that he flings forward right at the back of Flack's head. This spell is quite larger than the ones he's been swinging around just for mass havoc. You know, he just brought out his 3rd level spell. Let's see. Wax athletics. Use perception. Okay. So Thwack's timing's a little off, but his dodge is good.
Alright.
He only takes partial damage from the ice spell that everybody else is hit with. What happens is this spell strikes the ground and an area of icicles shoot up from the ground.
Very exciting.
Thwack was expecting something a little more direct and that he could dodge a little easier. So he still gets stabbed by an icicle.
Oh, poor Thwack.
$29 points of damage for everybody else, and
Oof.
Thwack takes half.
Oof.
You see him notably slowed, going from his very blurred speed using his magic boots. That was very cheeky.
That's what I was thinking. I like them cheeks. Very cute.
All right. Next up, Steffi.
Me?
Yes, you.
Me? Okay, so is there any soldiers up in like the turrets or anything still?
There are about 6 or so soldiers up on the wall and in the gatehouse up above. But right now, they're mostly focused on the imps, the dozen imps that are flying around, slinging spells at them. So they're taking cover and shooting back at the imps.
No worries then. But I still may. So I think what I'm gonna do still, just because, you know, the imps are occupied elsewhere, it's good for us still, and then they won't get shoot at us ever, is I'm going to fly down my little hummingbird form, poof back into a Sephi, and then smack him with a lightning bolt.
Okay. It'll take one action to transform back into a Sephi. And go ahead and cast your lightning bolt.
Oh, I got a nat 20! Mew mew!
Okay.
Does that mean they take double damage?
It means it's not going to go well for somebody.
Yes. There's also a 120-foot line, so let me get a dice roller pulled up one here. So they take 34 points of damage, anyone in line of fire, and the saving throw is a basic reflex.
Okay. Because they were arrayed in a line across the gate,
I'm
line across the gate, only one person takes it. You have the guy in charge, two regular soldiers, and one that's looking bigger and more burly than the rest. Who did you aim for?
Probably the guy in charge.
That guy's getting fucked hard.
Yeah, he is.
He's dead now. So you get
Yeah, fuck that bitch.
How much did you say?
34.
Woo!
fucking hard to be asshole.
It's like
Over
that
you
episode
goes.
of Hotel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's in a world of hurt. The lightning bolt does knock him on his ass. He is sprawled out, and it looks like he may be unconscious at the moment.
Could it knock him off the building?
He's in the gateway.
Oh. Okay.
You blasted him, he went flying 5 feet, and is laying sprawled on the cobblestones.
I'll tell you later.
Good, good.
All right. Oh, that's his turn now. Laying on the ground, he pulls a potion vial out of his belt and chugs it down.
Of course he does. Fucker.
From the fact that some of his burns and wounds to close, it's obviously a healing spell.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
This one? Yeah. Cheeky got me this one, and my first set of dice, which is this one, and then
And
Cynthia.
he holds up his hand and shouts, "I invoke the contract." A swirling mist starts to appear next to it
Oh fuck!
as the demon that he's got bound in that ring shows up.
Motherfucker.
Yes.
Let's see. Tatiana, roll me a D100.
$96.
So close. If you had got 98 or higher, you would have previously met the demon.
Fuck. That's really fucking close then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see, what kind of demon do you get today?
Excited.
Our chat room is so quiet today.
Mm.
So having done a little bit of study on demons, you vaguely recognize the form that's solidifying.
Okay.
It is a babao. It is a skinny, sickly shape. They are known as assassins, murderers, and sadists.
Oops.
Their perchance for stealth and surprise set them apart from their kin. They are formed from mortal souls of lone killers, those who took pleasure in more personal murders, and particularly those with grisly patterns of killing.
Interesting.
Okay. He was just summoned and formed up. He does not get an action this turn.
Okay.
All right. The first soldier gets back up to his feet after the fireball and ice storm and lightning bolt come flying through, and slams his sword and shield together. And you can see an aura develop on both the sword and shield. Looks like he's invoked some kind of power, and he is setting himself to be ready to defend against you guys.
Fuck.
Akar, the ambassador, draws his khopesh, the long curved Egyptian-style sword, and calls upon the god Horus to aid him and begins to charge into the battle.
All right.
The biggest of the guards is his target. The guard's not quite as big as Kate, but he's a big and burly for a human. A couple of swings of his sword, Akar does manage to land a couple of good blows on that soldier.
Heck yeah. You're doing great, sweetie. Keep up the good work. Smack him on the butt.
All right,
I'm not really gonna do that. But
Kate, your turn.
Okay.
Hulk smash.
Am I close to anybody?
You are approximately 15 feet away. You need to take a few steps to get into the actual fight.
Okay, so let me take a few steps into the fight.
Okay?
Do I roll for that, or do I just...
No, you just so the question is, who do you want to angle towards? You've got the corporal and his summoned up demons.
I'm gonna go for the burly guy.
The burly one?
Well,
Yeah.
okay. Remember, if we kill the corporal, the demon is released,
Alright, I'll go for the corporal then.
and then I can make another deal.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
So keep
Depending
that.
upon his deal, he might be immediately dispelled or banished, but maybe you could make another deal.
Could either make another deal or just let him go.
Either way, good time.
Yeah, either way, no one's controlling.
All right. So you're going to attack the corporal.
Yes.
The corporal is better armed and better armored than his soldiers,
Of course.
and now he's got a demon standing there with him. Are you going to just take a step up, or are you going to charge?
I'll charge.
Rage.
Maybe a couple of busting into a quick sprint for the 15 feet. Slam into the corporal. Well, are you going to use your axe, or are you going to pummel him?
Yeah, I'm gonna use my axe.
All right, go ahead.
It's 33.
Okay, that hits.
Let me get my D6 back. Oh, wait. One second.
Brielle, your character can still see in the distance the burning fortress, and you get that sickening feeling every time you are near demonic magic.
Okay.
12 points of damage.
Okay. So you have one more action.
I'll hit him again.
Okay.
$31.
31 does not hit
Damn.
because it was the second swing, so you get the 5-point penalty. Unless you already
That was
calculated
with the
that.
5 point.
You already calculated that in?
Yeah, it was a 30
Okay.
minus 5, 31.
Got it. Okay. So then it does hit.
Okay, dope. And let's see, that's 10 points of damage.
Okay. All right. Estrella, do you want to continue to the beach, away from the demonic magic, or head towards the fight?
I want to head towards the fight.
Okay. You will arrive at the fight, we'll say, in 2 rounds. The one soldier who was a little bit shaken by Molly's battle cry, his morale is bolstered by the appearance of the demon on their side, and so he goes from looking a little worried to confident that he's going to kick you guys' ass.
Ah, he's a little bitch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna burn him next.
Bitch, baby.
So he's going to step up and try to take on Black.
Fucking cheeky. This is fucking in the background, just shoveling fucking Cheez-Its in your mouth. I love it.
Finish off the bag.
He does get a rather solid hit on Black to take 16 points of damage.
Oh shit. That's a good hit. That sucks for Black.
Black's backing off and trying to get around him so he doesn't have to have a face-to-face confrontation with the guy. Alright, that was him. The big burly one turns and swings on a car who is put some hurt on him. a car also takes some wounds.
Darn.
They're rolling well on the dice. So a car takes 16 points of damage as well. All right, back to the top of the round. Oh, what's happening in the courtyard? So currently, the large demon has gone up to the castle and is punching holes in it.
That's amazing.
The imps are slinging magic around all over the place. You guys are mostly sheltered, being over here towards the gate, but you see one guard up on the wall get turned into some kind of tentacle monster. It only lasts for a round, but when he comes out of it, he's very dazed and confused. Another one gets an arm blown off by a force spell. Much havoc. Lightning, fire, ice, sleet, all sorts of heinous things are being flung around. And apparently the imps occasionally, as their top level spell, can summon other imps. It's getting weirder out there.
That's what we get for fucking with demons, that's all I'm saying.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
He does one of them creates a localized gravity effect to where within a 10-foot sphere, gravity is going to the left. So there's one guard who's crouched on the wall that's surrounding the castle trying to fight this guy until the spell wears off and the guard falls on his face. You can only stand on a wall for so long. So far, you've been mostly lucky that none of the spells have really been directed in you guys' vicinity. There was only the one spell that hit Thwack at the very beginning, or at the end of last session.
That was a long sign. So.
And of course, there's the one imp that's kind of pissy at Thwack. Okay, Tatiana, you're up. You have the gateway arch tunnel that's 20 feet, has 20 foot depth and 20 feet across. You've set off a fireball in there, but now Thwack, Akar, and Kate are in the arch, so area effect spells might not be well effective.
Summon dragon.
Excuse me, what?
I can summon dragons, and I'm gonna summon a dragon.
What kind of dragon do you get to summon?
I am choosing a flame drake, of course.
Gotta.
Okay, let me look up flame drakes.
Yeah, I got all of this stuff here too.
Okay, they're a class 5 creature. That's not too insane.
I think that's the highest one I can do.
Okay.
So, yeah. Well, it takes me 3 actions to summon him, which is all of my turn. Does he get an action when I summon him, or do I have to wait?
You'll have to wait.
Okay. How close is Vesta?
Pardon?
How close is Vesta?
Vesta is now at the far side of the bridge, the drawbridge, going over the crevasse.
So she's still got a little bit to go before she gets in the fight.
Correct.
Okay. Alright, well, I guess that's all my turn for now, because I summoned a dragon.
Okay.
You know, you did it. You did good.
Yep, you summoned a dragon.
I'm fucking ready, man. I'm gonna murder these bitches.
Okay. Next up, Thwack. The one guard is kind of chasing Thwack around, trying to get at him. And Thwack does not want to hold still long enough to get smited, so he's doing all he can to dodge this guy. In a straight-up fight, Thwack's not really equipped to take down a soldier, but if he can get behind him, that's another thing altogether. So Thwack is going to run straight at the wall and then try and go up it because he's using his magical boots of speed.
I'm just gonna go use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back.
But he's not really aware that the speed effect has, when he got hit with the ice spell, it slowed him down a lot. So he does manage to run a little bit up the wall and do the backflip he was intending to. Let's see, his acrobatics, not so good. Instead of doing a backflip over the guard and attacking him from behind, he basically lands on the guy's head. The guy's at least still surprised, so he doesn't get an immediate attack on Thwack, but he gets a goblin to the face. And the two of them go down in a sprawl on the icy flagstones in the entryway. That did not work according to plan. Sephi, she stepped out of the room.
Yeah, she went to go use the restroom.
Okay. I don't want to step over her because the next turn is the corporal and his demon. So I want to make sure she gets a chance to go before.
Yeah, most definitely. This is exciting. I summoned a dragon. This is cool. I'm ready to do some fucking dragon things. And Firefox things. I'm gonna fucking burn the shit out of this whole fucking place. Fuck this place.
Fuck this place, indeed.
I got it. 12-month subversary, but is that cake? Oh, Ninja! So the digital ninja's in the chat, and he is now subscribed consecutively for 12 months. Thank you, Ninja. And then he said, is that cake? Well, you know what, Ninja? I saved the last bite for you, boo. Here you go.
Oh, no.
It's cheesecake, so hopefully that counts. It's some kind of chocolatey cheesecake, and it's fucking delicious.
Yum.
Super yummy. Super yummy. I got an email from YouTube that they have put age restriction on a lot of my videos, which I find very interesting because I'm assuming they're age restricting these videos. And I don't know why they're age restricting my videos. If it's because I curse too much or if it's because my tits are too big, I don't really know.
It could
Well,
possibly
also
be because you
remember
curse too
the
much.
sex stories that we tell.
That also.
Yeah.
But I'm fine, like, I'm not mad about it. I mean, most of what we are doing is very adult-like. We're not children playing D&D, so, you know. But I just thought it was funny that I got the email. It's probably because I show all my dick pics.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen my dick pics? They're pretty great.
Oh.
This is a sleepy dick. I'm gonna show the stream again. All the dick pics. Sleepy dick.
Can I tell them about the thing that I saw the other day?
Probably. This is Tulia in dick form, because Tulia is a pirate.
Excellent.
All right,
This is
Kiki,
Sephi
it's
in
your
dick
turn.
form, because Sephi would love to go to a
Am I up
carnival.
in the turret, or are we all down on the groundish?
You're on the ground in the courtyard, trying to make your way through the gate.
Excellent.
I was
So I'm
top
gonna
of the whole
shoot
table.
the big burly guy with acid arrow.
Okay.
And I got a nat one.
Okay.
Use a fucking hero point.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna use a hero point to not give anyone else the murder.
Okay.
Not a nat one. Still not great. Got a 22.
Okay. It just clangs off of the guy's shield. Okay. Is that your only action?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Next up is the corporal, who has summoned the demons. Seeing the dragon that Tatiana summoned up,
It was a I appreciate it.
the corporal orders the demon to attack the dragon.
Oh, fuck.
So the demon charges out, using the long spear that it's carrying, and rolls horribly.
Good. Finally.
So it swings at the dragon, but the dragon is very dexterous and it manages to avoid the strikes.
The dragon also has attack of opportunity. Does it work? How does that work?
Basically, if somebody moves out of range, or is doing some kind of spell casting within his reach, he gets a chance to, because they're no longer defending themselves properly, he gets an opportunity. He gets to take a bite at him.
Okay. So this situation doesn't count for that.
Right, because
Okay.
this was a straight-on attack.
Okay.
Okay. The corporal runs to the side of the entryway
You're frozen.
and let's see.
Is it
grabs a rope
Yeah.
and pulls on it. It causes a bell to ring up above. This is most likely a signal for the people in the gatehouse
You look really
to close the portcullis.
This looks so great.
Not unless we fly away on Tatiana's dragon.
Bitch,
There's
you
my
could
big
already
dragon.
fly away.
I know, that's one less person you have to worry about.
Kate's gonna be the worst one.
Basically.
What
She's
else
big.
you take go on top?
All right. The soldier with the magical sword and shield, starts advancing towards Tatiana.
Okay.
He's not charging, but he takes one action to step up to you, and is basically preparing to swing his sword at you. Let's see. Does 24 beat your armor class?
I want to say no. No, it does not.
What is your armor class?
27.
Okay. Well, he didn't roll. He rolled kind of mediocre, and you managed to deflect with the bracers that you've got his incoming sword strike. Though his third swing comes in very powerfully and catches you in the arm. For 12 points of damage.
Okay.
Okay. The ice imp, who's been hovering around, can't quite see into the tunnel to get a good shot at Thwack. And so decides to just continue causing mischief and starts a snowstorm in the tunnel.
Well, fuck. Of course
It's
it.
cold,
Of course.
and the ground is getting slippery, and visibility is a little limited. But it's not directly harming otherwise. Alright, a card. facing up against the one soldier, deals him a devastating blow. Akar takes a small hit to his ribs, and you can see that he's bleeding, but he uses that feint and the opening that's created to pull a spin and lops the guy's head off.
Hey, look at you, baby.
Yeah.
Nat 20, and he didn't have a lot of hit points left.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Kate, your turn. If I remember correctly, you were squared up against the corporal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is highly injured, but still standing his ground.
I'm gonna swing at him with my great axe. That's cute. 27.
27 just hits.
Nice. I got a nat 12 on my dice.
Max damage.
No, that's valid. Still though, you rolled a 12. So that's 19
Okay.
damage.
Okay.
And then I'll swing at him again. Turn back the other way.
Whoosh, whoosh.
What's 19 plus 23?
A lot.
19.
The numbers for this kid, I'll tell you what.
39, 42.
42.
Yeah, 42 to hit.
Yeah.
Did I?
Okay then. Give me damage.
Nice.
Like, that better hit.
Now I'd be like, yo, what's this man packing?
15 points of damage.
So as he takes 30 points of damage from the massive wound you just put into his ribs, he is staggered and not doing well at all.
Get him again.
Good.
You got one more swing.
You can hear that he's wheezing.
Little stabio.
He's wheezing and coughing a little bit of blood. That chop into his things probably got into his lungs.
Suck it.
Either
All right.
hit him again or run. Don't
Brielle.
you get another action?
Oh yeah.
Three
You
actions.
get a third action.
Hit him again or run. Because running is not a bad idea.
Well,
Wait, wait.
do you think they're going to come after you?
Maybe, but if all of us can get on the other side of the archway, I can do a wall of fire right behind us. Because I
Okay.
have wall of fire. So if I can get everybody on the other side to where the enemy, like, there's, we can get out and it's just the enemy trying to fight us from our back, I put up the wall of fire and then they run through the wall of fire and they get hurt. So fingers crossed.
But fairly intimidating thing.
I will move away then.
Okay.
Out the gate.
Ooh. Hada-hoo.
The corporal will take a swing at you as you are moving past him. He gets an attack of opportunity. And he lands a blow, but it's pretty weak given his condition. And he only takes 6 points of damage.
Ouch, ouch, ouch.
Just kidding.
All right.
How much
Brielle.
fucking HP you have?
Yes.
You have come up to the castle, and you see a fox, a rather large fox, whose tail is on fire, running over the drawbridge towards what looks like a fight in the gateway. In there, you see a very large woman fighting one of the military officers. Let's see.
Do you want us to describe us?
Guy in very fine-looking armor fighting a couple of the soldiers. There's fire and ice and demon magic everywhere, and this place looks like a clusterfuck.
That sounds about right.
In the gateway, you can sense the presence of multiple demons. Many small ones, a couple of large ones. This place is all just a big old cluster.
And my big old dragon.
And your big old boobies.
And looking, it doesn't take much to see that there is some kind of large, bat-winged, fiery creature flying about in the courtyard as well.
Literal insanity.
So, yeah, all I can do is blink in
any
horror.
particular side, or just try and figure out who's who?
What was the first one?
Do you want to pick a side?
Do you try to help somebody, anybody, or do you just spend time trying to figure out who's who?
Because right now I'm terrified.
What you see is the military of the land which you're in are fighting somebody.
I'm gonna just try to figure out who's who.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
So do the d20. And then your perception is a 12. What'd you get on the die?
8, so it's 20.
Yep.
20?
A total of 20?
Total
Yeah.
20.
Okay, so it's pretty clear that there is a group of people, a mishmash group of people trying to get out of the castle. And it looks like there's at least 2 separate groups of demons. One group of demons that's attacking the castle, one demon by himself who's attacking the party.
Which would be us.
Okay. So.
So, do you choose to help the people trying to escape? The demons that are attacking the castle itself, they seem to be doing their own fucking thing. Or do you help the local authority figure who is trying to hold in these clearly criminals?
I'm gonna help the escapees.
So, down with the man.
Prettier.
Yeah, fuck the man.
Okay. So, how do you want to go about helping them? You have multiple magics. Some of them are going to be probably, I'm assuming she's got buff spells as well as a few offensive spells and some protective spells as well.
Okay. Okay. So I was looking at said bolt because I wanna run towards the fight, obviously, but
That one's gonna. I mean, so okay. Click on it one more time. Sudden bolt. Click on it again. It's a 2-action spell. How far is she? 30? Is she within 30 feet or more?
We'll say she's at about 50 feet. She's on the far side of the drawbridge.
Okay, and it's a range of 6. Okay, so you could run 30 feet to get into the fight, and then use this spell. You could actually use the spell from where you're standing, and then still have another action to do something else, because this is a 2-action spell.
okay.
Summon elemental was a
Which
3
spell are you
action.
contemplating?
Of dust was 3. She was thinking about using sudden bolt, so electricity, which was
Yeah.
a 60-foot range.
So jealous of all y'all AC.
As a druid, you have to have decent AC too.
Oh, the air conditioning. I'm jealous of everyone's air conditioning. It's like,
Different
bitch.
AC.
No, my AC in the game isn't bad.
That's
My
about
AC
20.
in real life is non-existent.
So yeah, your
Oh.
range is, but it's a 20-foot burst. So
On
what
the
you have to be
window ice
concerned
bag,
about
speaking
with
of.
something like that is basically anybody who's within 20 feet of it is gonna get hit. And so since like thwack is directly engaged with someone, if it's within that 20 feet, thwack gets hit as well. Which of course you don't really know anybody, so like if one of us gets hit, it's kind of like you're just trying to break up the fight.
Yeah.
So
Right, that- I just
Probably
need to
sudden
cube.
sudden bolt's probably the best. I think.
this is a really good spell as well.
Yeah, I think so.
Which Searing Light is 2 actions. Which you can always erase and make it look better if you need to. But it does fucking 5d6 fire damage. Like, that's pretty intense. And if you're not a big fan of demons, I would go for the demon with this spell. But otherwise, I
Yeah.
mean,
The demon's terrifying.
yeah, so I would do this.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, so she's gonna do Searing Light at the demon. So you're gonna take your d20.
Okay.
You're gonna roll it. Oh, I fucked up and forgot to fill this out. Your key is your charisma, so that's 3. So that's 16. That's 26. Okay, so what's on the die?
8.
8 plus 16 is gonna be 20. 24 for Searing Light. For the
24
demon.
hit,
Yeah.
it deflects off the demon's skin.
Oh man.
Yeah, I was afraid that was gonna be a low roll. Alright, we need to find you another one.
Hold it. Does that spell get any bonuses against demons?
If the target is a fiend or undead,
Demons are fiends.
but it just says you deal an extra damage, so I don't know. I don't know if that means that the attack itself would be heightened.
Nope, not automatically.
Okay. We need to
But
find
the
you.
searing light is enough to get every demon's attention.
Oh no.
I'm staring at you. So
And for the
heal
most part,
is
they don't
only
want nothing
one
to do with it.
action,
That's good.
And guidance is 1 action.
Okay.
She still has one other action. I'm just trying to help her figure out what to use. So heal would basically be where you would just pick a target and you would heal them however much. And then guidance, you basically pick a target and when you cast it on them, or you could just run and like get closer to the fight.
But I can't use my tentacles.
No, not right now.
Alright.
It's too many actions. You only get 3 actions per turn, and you just use 2. So you only have 1 more action left. So you can move 30 feet. You can pull out a weapon. You can use heal or guidance.
Well, I would pull out my weapon. Or anything.
Okay. So pick which weapon you want to have ready in your hand, and that's it.
I'm gonna choose my short sword.
Excellent.
Dagger. I think we gave you a dagger. Did we give you a short sword?
Alright.
I think so.
It would be on the other page of your sheet. Nope, first page. See on the
The
left-hand
soldier
side?
that thwack
Left.
landed on his head manages to roll to his feet and gets
Where it
up and
has-
Oh wait, no,
Takes
I
a
have
swing
a dagger,
Thwack.
a throwing knives, and
but
a staff.
thwack continues
Mhm.
to just barrel roll
So
across
I
the
guess
ground, and
a
the soldier's
dagger
unable
would
to
be
catch
fine.
him and
Excellent.
do the stabby.
I wanted the short sword.
I didn't. We'll have to double check everything because I don't think I saw it on
The big
anywhere.
burly soldier
You could wield it.
puts one more hit into a car. Takes another 14 points of damage. All right. Tatiana, it's your turn.
I knew that. All right. So,
Right now, the state of your enemy. The corporal is heavily injured and coughing up blood. The demon is so far uninjured, but a little mentally rattled by the searing light that just bounced off his skin.
okay, so I just want to.
One soldier's dead. Two soldiers are injured, and there is ice on the ground and a snowstorm in the tunnel.
Okay, so a couple questions. How far between me and the other side of the tunnel?
For you to the other side of the tunnel itself, if you're 15 feet away, that's 35 feet.
35, okay. And how do the actions with a summoned dragon work? Do I have to give them actions? How many do they get on their own? This is my first time ever doing the summoning thing, so I don't really know how it works.
So this is a major summoned creature with a high intelligence. So it basically, let's see, that's the demon. Actually, flame drakes are not all that smart. They've got high wisdom, but a low intelligence.
Yes.
So he'll get one action of his own, or no, we'll just say he straight up just gets 2 actions.
Okay. So I'm going to yell, and I'm going to say, everybody run outside of the gate as fast as you can. And I'm going to use an action to run to get 30 feet, because I think that's all I can run.
So you have a soldier immediately in front of you. He will get an attack of opportunity when you try to run past him.
Well,
it just means he gets to try and stab you.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that it'll work, so...
Right.
I mean, it's fine. I'm gonna run. I mean, I got potions and shit and whatever. I'm just gonna fucking run. I'm trying to get out of here as quick as possible. So I'm gonna run. And, well, actually, I'm gonna use one action to run and one action before I run. I'm gonna use daze on the guy in front of me as my first action. My second action would be to run.
Smart move.
So, that is gonna be a 32.
That hit. He takes the spell.
And then it says mental damage is 4. I don't know if I need to pull up the whole spell because it doesn't tell me to like roll for anything. I haven't really used that spell a lot. Where is it? Okay. You cloud the target's mind and daze it with a mental jolt. The jolt deals mental damage equal to your spellcasting ability modifier, which is a 4. The target must attempt a basic will save, and if it critically fails, it's also stunned by 1.
Okay. What's your spell DC?
26.
Yes. You got a critical fail.
So he gets 4 mental damage, and he's stunned 1. And then I'm gonna run past him, and
he does get to take a swing at you still.
Okay.
But
Well,
the
hopefully
stun
it's...
effect he's a little less sharp, and you're easily able to just dodge under his weak swing.
All right. Cool. Vesta is now within eyesight of me, I would assume. We're probably...
Yes. She is halfway across the bridge, so once you make it through the tunnel, you'll be within your standard 30-foot range for getting your bonuses.
Okay. So I'm gonna give her one of my actions so that she can run up towards us.
Okay.
Which is she's 30 feet away from the gate or more?
She was about 15 feet away from the gate. She was on the bridge, and the total span from the bridge to that side was about as far away as you were.
Okay.
So, but as you're trying to run through the gate, the snowstorm and the ice spell have made it slippery as fuck.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm sure. And I'm grateful
Oh,
that
yeah.
I have some cold resistance thanks to my magical items.
Roll a so even despite your deep neckline, your tatas are not freezing themselves off. But making a acrobatics check to see how well you do it running on ice.
15 acrobatics.
Yes.
27.
Okay. It's slick, but you do not slide. Basically, once you hit the really slick part, you go into that snowboarder stance and kind of just.
Yes. Fuck yeah. I love it.
Let's see. Black's turn.
Wait.
Finally,
I
what was that?
I still have Vesta and the dragon.
Yeah.
I got a lot going
I'm
on
sorry.
here. Okay, so Vesta is gonna do a ranged tail slash. She's gonna use an action to run closer, and then an action to do a ranged tail slash at the
Yeah.
corporal. And
It does not end up counting as a surprise attack because the searing light that went flying by has everybody whipping their head to see what's coming from behind them now.
valid. Yeah. That's gonna be 28.
Hold it. I'm sorry. I just realized something.
What?
So a single point higher on the attack roll of that searing light spell would have caused it to hit. It was a sneak attack spell because nobody knew that there was an enemy behind.
Ooh.
So as soon as we're done with this, before we get to your dragon, we're going to figure out just how bad you fucked up that demon with your searing light spell.
All right,
Amazing.
cool. So pull up the searing light thing on your phone to figure out how much damage it's supposed to do.
Okay. So
Okay.
back to Vesta.
So 28 to hit with a tail slash, a ranged tail slash at the corporal.
Okay. 28 is enough to hit.
All right, and she gets 1d8 plus 3. She gets 11 points of damage. And then
Uh-oh.
Okay.
And that's gonna be it for her. Because I don't want her getting too much closer into the fight because I'm trying to get us all out.
No.
Right. And she's not liking that whole snowstorm thing.
Yeah, so she's not trying to get up in the middle of that.
Ideal terrain.
No.
I'd say.
What the fuck?
What's wrong with your computer being weird?
Yeah. It just
Hey.
shut down the whole window.
Okay, so what's the... We need to find... Okay, searing light. If the ray deals 5d6 fire damage, and if the target is a fiend or undead, it's an extra 5d6 good damage. So that's gonna be a
Okay.
lot.
So that's 10d6. Statistically, that comes to approximately 30 points of damage. But, plus or minus, depending on what the dice gods say.
Okay. Grab this one. The square one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Take all these in your hand. Including the one in your hand. You're gonna roll them all at one time.
Plus this one?
Yeah, you can use this if you want. You just drop them in there. Let him go. Alright, so we've got 12, 18, 20, 23 for the first 5 for the fire damage. 23 fire damage. Roll them again. And we've got 12, 18, 22 good damage. 23 and 22.
You rolled high on both of those statistics.
She got 3 6s on both.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so
23 and 22.
Oh, roll is good.
Nope, you're good.
Okay.
So 23 fire damage and 22 good damage, whatever that means. But yeah.
ah shit. He's got a weakness to good damage as well.
Yes!
Time for this demon to go down.
I haven't even got to use my
The
dragon
demon
yet.
who wasn't expecting it gets splatted in the back with holy light, and it blows off a chunk of its scaly skin out of the middle of its back. He ends up taking 65 points of damage.
Yes.
And is say that he is stunned to start with. This
Alright.
massive damage you just dropped him.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
So now,
Now
the
back
dragon.
now back to Tatiana's dragon. Who was
Alright.
in front of him when this flash of light came in.
We're gonna go for Draconic Frenzy. It says he makes 2 Fang strikes and 1 Tail strike in any order.
Yep.
So I would like him to use the Tail strike against the demon in front of him first. So I roll a d20.
Yep.
Okay, d20. Tail is 16. Didn't do very.
Plus the 14 for the.
Nah, I got a 2 on the die.
Oh, you got a 2. So it's a total of 16.
Yeah, I did a poopy roll
Okay.
on that one.
The tail strike is not enough to hit the demon.
Okay, and then he's gonna like whip it with the tail and then charge down at the corporal on the ground to do his 2 fang bites.
It's got to be one target.
Oh, it's only 1 target?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, then he'll do his fang, which is, he got a 19 on the die, plus 14 would be 33.
That hits.
Alright, damage is 2d6 plus 5, so that's going to be 8 plus 5 is 13 point. Oh, wait. No, it was his fangs. So his fangs is 1d6. So 2 points of fire damage? No. God, I'm sucking at this. Okay. It's 2d8. Alright. I'm going to get this right eventually. Okay.
So it's 2d8 plus 5 piercing plus 1d6 of fire.
Okay. So 2 points of fire and 7 plus 5 is 12. 12 points piercing, 2 points fire.
Okay.
And then
this demon is not particularly resistant against fire.
fuck yeah. And then his second fang attack is gonna be 18 plus 14, so 32.
32 is still enough to hit.
Alright, and so then we're gonna do another. Let's see, 5 points of fire damage and 18 points of piercing. 5 and 18.
Let's see.
A lot.
Yeah. The demon is in bad shape. He's not falling on the ground yet, but between the dragon's fierce attack and the blast of light that he took up the behind, demon is not doing so good.
Fuck yeah.
Okay. Thwack, taking his mistress's commands to heart, runs away from his opponent, who does not manage to hit him, and just barely manages to stay on his feet in the icy terrain. As Thwack runs out of the tunnel and gets to the same point where Vesta is, turns around and whips off an arrow back into the snowstorm. And his arrow actually hits.
Fuck yeah! Go Thwack!
I hit him with some serious penalties on that, and he still hit.
Black, you absolute baller.
I mean, he's kind of, gotten some, he pulled off some stuff and not so much others.
You know, that's everybody, though. He's still a baller. Still a little goblin baller.
That's me.
Alright, Seppi, you're up.
Excellent.
You little trash pig.
So if I hear the call to go run, I'm not next to anybody, right? I don't think so, because I've been doing range spells, so I wouldn't.
You are pretty much, Tatiana was in front of you, we'll say.
Yeah.
The dragon is to your right side. The demon is immediately in front of the dragon. And there's a soldier who's kind of turned and tried to attack Tatiana as they ran by. But they're not immediately targeting on you.
Well, I'm going to use all 3 actions to GTFO, and that should get me more than beyond the gate.
Yes, only 2 of your actions would be enough to get you out onto the drawbridge where Thwack and Vesta are.
Let me see if one of my cantrips is a single action. I'm not 100% sure. And just to check these things, a woman not 100% sure. Nope, they're all 2 actions. So I'll just get up and go.
You could hit somebody on your way by, shove them, see if you can knock them down in the snowstorm.
As long as that won't inhibit my ability to get the fuck out.
You take a minor penalty on the acrobatics check you're going to have to do to get through the ice and snow.
No, I'm just gonna go. I'm like, what would say?
Wait, aren't you still a bird?
Give me an acrobatics check.
So I've been casting spells. I got a. Hang on. Kind of pretzeled out.
I was thinking about something, but
What am I
I
doing here?
can't remember.
Okay.
Oh wait.
I got a 9.
I'm almost strength at full bubble.
A 9.
See, and that's
So-
how you do that.
The little Leshy goes and bolts it hard ass right down the middle of the tunnel and basically face plants when they hit the ice
Excellent.
Oh
and slides right through. Let's see who.
Still made it. Still count.
You slide and run into the corporal's leg.
It would have been funnier if you would have went between his legs and into its crotch.
Oh, can we though? But can we, Patrick? For the bit.
Can she slide and happen to nail him in the dick? Bow!
Yeah, she is at full size, full Leshy size.
I am.
So yeah, he's in a fighting position, and he doesn't expect you to fall down. So when you fall and slide, it basically hits him in the dick. He rolls a nat 1 on his reflex save.
Straight testicle shot.
So
Yeah.
he takes Leshy foot to the balls. As you pass through, he crumples to the ground as well.
Of course.
Because
That's when they get a foot to the balls.
yep. So he'd not be doing so good.
This is a bad day to be a corporal.
Yeah, fuck this
Horrible
guy.
day for guard duty.
No.
He takes another 2 points of damage, but is stunned.
You'll be coming up again soon.
Good.
So if you want to do the
Okay.
tentacle thing, pull it up so we can figure out. It's
Your
always good to like
your
be
two
prepared,
actions.
like when you know you're getting close to your turn, to go ahead and be prepared for your
Get
turn,
you-
so you don't take your whole turn. Like
Two
trying to
actions
figure out what
get
to
you
do.
to the
know
far
what I
side
mean?
of the gate,
Okay.
but you're basically laying on your back in the edge of the snow pile. Gonna take your last action to get up and finish running?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Perfect. Go. It's testicles, smack a pile of snow, and get up and shuffle away.
Okay. It's the corporal's turn.
Okay. So it's a
He is
3-action
significantly
spell, which
injured.
It's gonna be the only thing you can do on your turn. If you'll notice where
Um,
it says cast, and see how it has those weird little diamonds.
Going to pull another vial out of his
One
belt.
diamond, it's 1 action. 2 diamonds is 2. Diamonds is 3 actions. That's how you determine the actions. So you'll have to go through and write down all the actions for your spells. So. Go ahead.
He chugs himself down another healing potion, and he's looking a little better, but still groggy from the
Bro, you got some,
kick to the
got
nuts.
some really intense spells for you. Like, bro.
Oh my god.
The demon gives a horrific roar and attempts to latch on to the dragon that has just smited him heavily.
1d6, like this is.
So this would basically finish them off.
If you fucking like, if you critically hit them with it and get
Dragon
max
win
damage,
this round.
yeah, probably will.
Let's see.
But it just depends on what you roll on the dice. You gotta get a good roll. You gotta hit
And we're
at
giving
minimum.
the craziest faces. 'Cause we're like,
Yeah, I'm so ready.
I'm so ready.
So yeah, when it's your turn, we'll tell them that's what you're doing.
The dragon takes 18
Mostly.
points of damage from the demon's claws as he takes his long spindly limbs and manages to wrap himself around the demon's sinuous body.
Okay.
Or around the dragon's sinuous body, excuse me. So he's grabbed hold of the dragon and is attempting to bite in with his fangs. The dragon does manage to dodge the bite by whipping his neck back and forth.
All right.
Let's see. And then his last action is he conjures a sphere of darkness around him and the dragon.
Oh fuck.
You can hear what's going on inside of it, but you can't see what's going on.
All right. Even if we have dark vision.
Correct. Magical darkness cancels out dark vision.
Okay.
Alright, who's up next? Dead soldier's turn. The ice imp. 50% chance that he fucks off and goes and causes chaos elsewhere.
Excellent.
He goes causes chaos elsewhere.
Huzzah! Thanks for the
please.
ice bits, bro.
Please fuck off now.
Yeah, thanks for the bits. Fuck right on off, please. Thank you.
Fuck
Alright.
that guy.
We don't need you
The
here.
car's turn.
Does he? Hopefully he listened to me and he runs also. I'm trying so hard to get everybody on the other side of the fucking wall so I can put up that fucking wall of fire.
After 2 fainting swings, he lands a solid blow against the big burly soldier in front of him. With a grunt, the soldier goes down on one knee. He is not in good health and close to death. his last action, Akar does head out of the gateway.
All right.
There's still there's one soldier who's not in the gateway. There is the corporal who is, but the demon and the dragon are in the courtyard.
Okay.
Kate is
How tall is the wall?
the wall itself.
Yeah, that's like the what the gate is attached to, like the wall around.
The main wall itself is about 50 feet tall. The gatehouse on top of that, that's right above it, the gate
Mm-hmm.
tunnel, is let's see, that's 50. The gatehouse would be 80 feet tall.
Okay. Can a dragon fly over that?
Let's see. I'm sure the dragon can. Let's see. What's his fly speed?
I think
His
it's
fly
50
speed
feet.
is 50 feet.
And I'm sure he's already up in. I mean, he's in the air already. I would assume.
Yeah,
'cause
he's been circling. Maybe about 10 feet off of the ground while he's been fighting the demon.
Okay. Cool. I mean, it's not like we necessarily will probably need him to follow us once we go, but of course I don't want to like leave him behind just chilling by himself. But.
Right. Okay, who's up next? Kate. You've been fighting the corporal and kicking his ass rather hard. You get an attack of opportunity from when he went to pull that potion and chug it. So you get a free swing on the guy.
Okay.
And don't forget to run.
Yeah, I thought that I'd already run away.
Have you? Oh yeah, you took a minor wound when you did it. So no, you don't get that free swing on the guy.
Okay.
So that means.
Do you have any ranged attacks, or do you only have? You have your axe. You don't have like a bow or anything, do you?
No.
But remember, they also had only limited amount of time to pull stuff out, so they don't have their full gear in hand.
Right. I think we only gave her axe.
My axe and my gauntlets.
Yeah. I mean, depending on how far you ran, you can either, still use an action to smash and make sure you run after that.
Now, she'd done that last turn.
Yeah.
So she is basically outside of the gate on the drawbridge.
Out of range to really hit anybody.
Yep. You can take a defensive position, or don't you have improvised weapon?
As a feat?
Yeah.
Basically, that means you can pick random shit up and throw it.
Ooh, that's cool. So, like, roll for perception to see what you find around you that you could pick up and throw?
Okay.
Is that what we would do?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. 21 for perception.
There's not a lot out here outside of the keep. There's a couple of flagpoles that are displaying the Chalak's military symbols. You could probably rip one of those down and give it a good throw.
I like that.
Let's do that.
All right, one action. Give me a strength check. See if you can rip this thing off the side of the wall.
How do I do a strength check?
D20 plus your D20 plus your athletics.
30.
Yes.
With a sickening groan, the metal, whatever bolts were holding it down, ripped loose.
I think your turn will be next.
So you now have a large metal pole in your hand.
Cool.
Now let's see. Make a roll a d20, and I'll just use that for your attack.
11.
11 on the dice.
Yes. I don't know what to add to that.
I'm doing the adding.
Oh, okay.
The metal pole does strike the 2 soldiers left in the gateway. Because you just kind of rear back with the pole and throw it this way. One end clangs off of the gate. It's of the tunnel that is the gate, and so the other end ends up whipping around, smacking both of them as it pivots.
Nice.
Cool.
They don't have a solid footing, so they're easily knocked down and take some damage from the flying metal object.
Yes.
Do I roll damage?
Nope, I'm taking care of that.
Okay, cool.
Alright. Again, the corporal is looking injured, but because he keeps chugging those damn health potions, he's not dead yet.
Stupid
Come on,
fucker.
buddy. Give up the goat. Give up the ghosts.
Okay. Estrella, it's your turn.
Yeah.
You've seen all of these mottled croup fighting the soldiers come running out of the blizzard that's happening in the gate tunnel. The really big one chucks a flagpole down the hallway, and let's see, and a couple of arrows and other things slung by the group. You can clearly tell that there's more chaos and confusion going on inside. Right now, one of the towers on the wall is growing these sickly vines, kind of, Sleeping Beauty when the whole briar vine grows up and takes over things.
Yeah.
That's kind of what you see happening on one tower over there.
Okay.
The particular big one that hucked via flagpole was taking some injuries. You could see blood welling out of their armor. Or actually, not even wearing armor at the moment because you hadn't had an opportunity to put it on. So, Thwack, the small goblin, is also injured.
Did Thwack make it out? He ran out.
Yes.
So we're all like right at the edge and or right outside of the gate area now.
Yes, I believe the closest person still inside was Kate from ripping up the flagpole and chucking it at them.
Okay.
So she's right outside the gateway, and the rest of you are kind of in the middle of the drawbridge.
Okay.
When you feel the drawbridge start to rise.
But are we rising at least towards the direction we want to go?
No, you would basically slide you back in.
Ah, no.
Run off. Run and jump. Run and jump.
Yeah.
So, but first, before you guys get a chance to decide what you're going to do, it's Estrella's turn to decide if she's going to take an action or just get the fuck off the bridge.
I'm ready.
Okay. So tell him what you're gonna do and roll your d20.
So I'm gonna do my black tentacle spell.
Yeah.
Is it tentacle magic?
Yeah, she has tentacle magic,
Holy
bro.
damn wild.
Yeah.
What's the name of the spell?
Black
tentacle.
tentacle. So roll your d20.
I get 11.
Okay, and then add it to your spell attack roll. Not that sheet, the next sheet.
Okay.
Should be up top left-hand corner.
16.
11 and 16, so 27.
Yeah.
She got a 27. It's a 20-foot burst. So
120 foot.
it's a
Right.
that's a range. So
Oh, okay.
range means like it's 120 feet away from you. You can cast the spell.
Okay.
But the 20-foot burst means that it covers a 20-foot stance. So normally we would have a like a map on the screen that
Yeah.
has little squares, kind of like this, right? And if every square is considered 5 feet, so since it's a 20-foot burst, it basically covers 4 squares. So anything within that 4 squares gets affected by the spell.
Okay.
The tunnel is only 20 feet across.
So it
just fill You've just filled the gate tunnel with black tentacles.
Amazing. What a development.
Yeah. And I'm sure you're looking at the spell, so it does like the grappling effect, but then it can do damage to whoever's in it.
Yep.
So I believe it's 3d6.
So go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay, so take your square. You need your square as well. Oh. You do that one. Bitch! You've been rolling like all sixes. Fucking 14 points of damage.
Okay.
Incredible.
You've been getting a lot of sixes
This
on this
corporal's
damage
day is not good.
die. No matter how hard he chugs those
That's an
potions.
He was supposed to be on just simple gate duty. He didn't have to go on march patrol. He didn't have to do anything but just sit there and watch the gate.
He thought he had an easy job, but oh buddy.
But then there was smoke in the back. But his job was to stay at the gate. And then some soldiers came up who turned out not to be soldiers, and they turned out to be escaping prisoners.
Sometimes it's happy.
And then there was a snowstorm,
We played for a few
and
hours.
icicles coming up from the ground, and they got meat in the nuts.
30 minutes to it.
He's had to drink a bunch of potions. He summoned up the demon that from the ring that his father gave him when he made the officer grade. And now he's being molested by black tentacles in a snowstorm.
Yeah.
As he was clutching his balls, trying to, make them feel a little better, the demons wrap themselves up around him and start slamming him into the ground by his neck.
Whoa.
Amazing.
That's nuts.
One of the tentacles is getting a little fresh with him and trying to work their way into his breeches.
Yes.
Sexy tentacle. Found it.
Yes.
He does manage to. One hand, he's trying to pull away the tentacle that's choking him, and the other one is he's trying to fend off the tentacles going for his already sore personal bits.
Noble idea. Really.
And this continues as the lights go out. Unfortunately for this guy, he learns moments just before his death that he does actually have a choking fetish.
Too little, too late, but he does learn it.
Yep.
Well, at least he gets
Tentacles
minor
getting
euphoria.
choked. One starts poking at his prostate, and he's getting an erection while the light fades.
Yeah, this is
ends
kinda
the
good.
day.
Oh, man, I'm
Thus
getting
ends the career of the poor corporal.
And his ties with the
Bring it up
demon.
with a bang. Literally.
Okay,
A bang.
Tatiana, roll me a D100. Let's see what we get.
Alright. $61.
Okay. The demon screeches and bolts out of the darkened sphere that he's created, headed straight through the gateway. I must complete the final contract, as he's headed straight for Estrella.
No!
Bruh.
No! I don't like
Unfortunately,
demons!
In addition to the fight for me, there was a on my death avenge me clause.
Oh no.
God damn it.
Bummer.
So, on the pro side, the demon has been weakened and stunned, but he is now obligated by his contract to go after Estrella.
Do I know this with my knowledge of demon lore, demonology, and everything? I recognize what's going on.
Yes, you got a general idea that, oh crap, there must have been more to that contract. If he's bolting straight at her, probably some kind of vengeance shit.
Okay. Okay. Alright, is it my turn?
That was Estrella's turn. Let's see, there's the one guard who's on the far side of the tentacle wall, who's decided he's highly injured and decided that charging into the tentacles in the snowstorm is just not what. No.
Not a good idea.
Just not his day.
Okay. And so yes, it now wraps back around to Tatiana's turn.
Alright. So I will make a statement and say, that demon is gonna kill her and she's helped us. Help her. Kill the demon. To make sure everybody knows to just fight the demon right now. And I am going to do Wall of Fire. Which is gonna take up my 3 actions, and then Vesta will get hers, and then my dragon will get its actions. So, do I need to roll for Wall of Fire?
Give me a second. I am looking at the spell.
Okay. So it, yeah, it's a 5-foot thick wall with a 10-foot radius, which would really be a 20-foot diameter. That's a big fucking. Could either be a straight wall or.
Basically, given the spell, you create and the space available, you completely fill the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
There is no space for somebody to get out of the tunnel without going through the fire.
Without going through the fire. So do I need to roll the d20, or it just I cast it, it goes up?
You cast it. Oh, you roll the d20 to make sure you don't get a 1.
I did not get a 1.
Okay. So anything that comes through that, or tries to stand in it, gets 4d6 fire damage.
Is there anything currently in the wall, or they're right on the other side of it?
Where were you casting it? Were you intentionally trying to cast it on top of the 2 soldiers that were left in the tunnel, the corporal who is dead and dying, or were you trying to or just casting at the end of the tunnel?
As far away from us as I can get it. So if where those 2, I would probably cast it right where those guys are, knowing that it would burn them and then prevent them from coming forward.
Well, you char the dead guy's body pretty badly. He's getting cremated. So roll the 4d6 for the other soldier who is still trapped in there.
11 points of damage.
This guy also, as the tentacles are strangling the other guy now and bashing him against the wall. He's near death.
All right.
And if he can't get away, he's probably going to be dead.
All right. So the demon that flew out of the gate, I'm assuming, is in the air.
He is. He's not flying. He's charging. He's
on the ground.
Charging. Yes, he's on the ground.
He's on our side of the wall of fire.
No, he was in the tunnel at the point. He didn't have any actions, so he had basically just turned and started running towards you. He had not cleared the tunnel or anything, so he has to enter the tunnel altogether.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm just making sure that he doesn't have a fly speed. Nope, he does not have. He's no wings. He's ground based.
Okay. So then the dragon is gonna use fireball breath at the demon. And I don't know if okay, so I rolled for it, but it doesn't give me a number. It says the flame drake expels a ball of flame to range of 180 feet that explodes in a 20-foot burst. Creatures in the burst take 66 fire damage.
Take how much?
Damage? Or how much did I roll on the die?
No, just roll your damage.
Okay, roll my damage. Alright, so I need 66. So that's 6, 7, 10, 12. 21.
Okay. Let's see. The soldier that was in the gateway is consumed in the last blast of fire as the wall of fire and the dragon fire intensify. The stone in the keep is starting to crack, and all of this fire and ice that you've been happening in here. You wouldn't be too surprised if the gatehouse doesn't collapse soon.
Yikes.
Alright.
But remember, the drawbridge has also started rising. Right now, you've got maybe a little bit like a 5% angle, so you're running uphill. They're trying to close you. They're trying to slide you back in.
Okay, can I roll for perception to see how they're trying to close the gate?
Let's see. Do you have any knowledge of siege equipment, any mechanical engineering, general crafting?
I'm not trained in crafting.
So there's some kind of from the chains that are running there. There's some kind of device up in the gatehouse that's pulling the drawbridge closed. That's about all you can tell. So it's closing up like this towards the castle, but slowly.
Okay. Well, I used all my actions. I used my 3 actions to cast the wall of fire, so I've got nothing left.
Okay.
And I used it for the dragon. And then I guess Vesta will use her action to retreat back across the bridge or as far as she can go.
Okay. Vesta could easily make it off of the drawbridge.
Alright. Unfortunately, I'll have to wait until my next turn because I used all my actions to cast the wall of fire. But I figured that would prevent them from coming after us, which would give us at least more time.
Yeah.
So.
Thwack is easily able to retreat back off of the bridge. Nobody can see. Last thing you saw was a snowstorm happening inside of the tunnel, and the demon charging towards you, and then Thatia's wall of flame goes up, and now you can't see anything past what's going on. Sephi, do you want to do anything besides get the fuck out of here?
Just get the fuck out of here. I was gonna try running, and if that wouldn't work, then running and then turning into an avian form.
Given the speed this thing is closing, it's not going to be difficult for you to do.
Okay, then that is what I will do.
Okay. It's the demon's turn, and he is obligated to attempt to get vengeance on the one who had killed the ring bearer. He doesn't have a choice but to storm through the snowstorm and ice and tentacles and the wall of fire. So, Brielle, start by giving me what would be the damage for the guy going into your tentacles.
Yeah.
need an athletics
One
check
more.
for it,
Yours.
too.
Your pink one. You can do it here or on yours, it doesn't matter. It's just fun using the dice tower. 5, 8, 10. 10 points of damage.
Okay. He does manage to nimbly, the current fire has melted away all of the ice from the previous spells. So it's kind of a mucky mess in there. Blood and guts and tentacles, you know.
Excellent. As it be.
Now for the wall of fire that he charges through. He does manage to avoid being grabbed by the tentacles, but still takes damage from them lashing at him.
10 points of fire damage.
Okay. Alright. He manages to make it out and charges right past Tatiana, which gives Tatiana an attack of opportunity. You have a single action that you can do to try and hit him.
Fuck it, we're going for elemental toss. For a 21.
Okay. That does not beat his armor class.
That's what I was afraid of.
Alright. The last of his movement points, he only has movement, he only has enough action points to get to Estrella, but not enough to do the attack part of the program.
Okay. So that means everybody has an opportunity to murder him!
Yep.
Save me!
Let's see, so that's his. Dead. Akar steps up and will take a swing at the demon, delivering a very solid blow. And managing to disarm the ichor-covered spear that the thing is carrying.
Good job, Ed.
This demon is seriously fucked up. He has not had any opportunity to heal himself or to resolve any of his wounds.
Good.
Okay.
Thank you,
next,
Angel! I love my dice
Kate.
tower also.
You are standing next to this petite half-elf creature who's slung some magic in you guys' favor, and Tatiana is advising that you help her, and the demon is pretty much right next to you, but focused on Estrella.
Cool, so I take a swing at Estrella. No, I'm just kidding.
Damn, bro! What happened? She said, cool, so I'll take a swing at Estrella. And then she goes, I'm just kidding. She said she was kidding. She said she's kidding.
I'm just kidding. I'll take a swing at. So am I still on the drawbridge though?
Yes, everybody, Thwack and Vesta are off of the drawbridge. Everybody else is standing on the drawbridge as the creature is attacking. And the drawbridge is shuddering and trying to raise, but they appear to be having problems with it.
Thank God.
Okay.
You having been around enough, overhead booms and so forth, you can tell that this thing's not working the way it ought to be.
Okay. I'll take a swing at this demon.
Okay?
39.
39 hits. Damage?
Damage is 13.
You may actually sever off one of its limbs
Ooh.
Yeah.
with the critical strike. As the arm comes away, it turns to ash and as a sickly sulfur smell in the air.
Like stinky egg farts.
Pretty much.
Gross.
All right, Estrella.
Wait,
There's a demon in your face.
can I use my other action
Yeah.
to get off the bridge?
Yes, you would be able to do that.
Okay, cool. I want to get off the bridge.
How
There.
does that take up 2 of her actions or 1 to run?
There's enough space for words, English. She can retreat off of the bridge without turning her back on the demons by using the 2 actions.
Got it.
Backs away slowly.
Yeah, back away in a defensive position.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Estrella,
Yeah.
you have a demon in your face.
Okay.
This demon is seriously fucked up.
What do you do about that?
Okay.
So now you gotta
We're gonna
pick
figure
what you're gonna do. You gotta pick a spell.
It is
to use
probably
it.
fairly close to being killed, but
What-
you happen to know that when demons
We're gonna figure out how to
die
finish
on the
them
mortal
off.
plane, they don't actually die, they're just banished back to the pits from whence they came.
So you've used 1 5th level spell. Your other one is Dimension Door. I would see what that one is. It's gonna be one of the later ones in this thing here. It's gonna be
Oh, okay.
maybe 3.
You passed it.
No, I didn't. Oh, that's a 5th level? Oh, Crushing Despair is your 5th level. One of those. There, Crushing Despair. No, it's probably probably maybe using Searing Light again.
Yeah, I think so too. We should have picked more like offensive spells.
You're a healer.
Steffi, did you take any damage so far?
Spells.
Okay. Okay,
Alright, I think
so
you're the
let's
only one
just
who
do
has
Searing
it.
Light again.
So it's
I see I'm sleepy. Shit.
I mean, you probably got some leaf bruises from your diving in the snow.
And diving into testicles, potentially.
Yeah. Your foot to his testicles probably didn't do you any damage.
Not as much as it did him, anyway.
Right.
I think Searing Light would be your best bet. Because we know that if you get it, you're gonna get basically
But no, so
double
far I
damage,
know,
which is gonna fuck his world up.
Okay.
And that's only a 2
Significant.
action spell, which means when you do that, you can still do 1 other action after, which could be running across the bridge.
Okay, dope. Alright, let's do it.
Okay, so she's gonna do Searing Light. So roll your
Okay.
d20. That sucks, bro. That sucks really bad.
What did you get?
What do you think?
Nat 1? So, this is the point we teach you about hero points.
Yeah.
Does she have any?
You
Yeah.
always start out with 1.
Okay, so hero points are a thing that you begin with 1. You earn them through really great role playing and badassery. So you have a hero point. When you use your hero point, that means you get to re-roll your dice.
Fuck yeah!
So please re-roll that.
So let's do that. Let's use that. this
12.
time.
Okay, plus your spell attack. Nope. First page. Spell attack. Top up here. 16. 16 and 12 is 28.
Thank you.
28.
28. Blasts the demon in the face with
Alright.
a Searing Light spell at point blank range.
It's what, 5d6?
Now you tell me
I
how
think
much.
so.
Let's see, what is it? 10d6.
Okay, so grab your square. Roll all those. Alright, so we've got 9, 10, 17 fire damage. And another 13, so a total of 30 points of damage.
Okay.
And then you can use your other action to run away.
The searing light of goodness blasts the demon's head from his shoulders. If you've watched anime, you know, sometimes when they get that massive laser that hits the thing and it kind of just disintegrates as it goes,
Brilliant.
that's the demon's head.
Yeah.
You just reach out and this force of light comes out of your hand, taking his head right off.
Amazing.
The body falls over and does start to body falls over, and as it does, it's starting to decay into that smoking ash.
Yes. You killed it!
There is a voice. I am released from the contract. Finally. Demons get to go back to the abyss when they're killed. Unless they're killed in the abyss, where that becomes final. But he also can't be summoned back to the immortal plane for 100 years.
Wow.
So, for the badassery of delivering 80% of the damage to kill that demon, I award Estrella 1 hero point.
Yay! So on your first page.
Yeah.
First page.
And also for using a creepy tentacle spell.
It should be up
That's
the very, very
here.
top next to level. You should have a thing called hero
Hey.
points. The very
Okay.
top corner.
I got it.
Put 1.
You all are all able. See, Tatiana, you being the last person headed toward the edge, I will need a acrobatics check to make sure that you clear the bridge before it gets too steep.
20.
Okay. So the edge of the bridge is about 6 feet up off of the ground on the other end. When you manage to sprint off the edge, do a dive and a tumble, and come up looking badass.
Alright.
Nice.
Okay. A car says, "We must flee quickly. They will eventually get their house in order and follow us, most likely on horses. We must away."
Yes. So let's head to the water and get our ship in the water and let's go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's escape on the escape.
Do you really say that? Because we don't know you, so we're not planning on taking you. So you.
Yeah, I really say that.
Well-
Wait, I want to come with you. I
So
don't know
one-
who I am.
One
You
thing I
just mark
read.
yourself as a criminal in the lands of Chalak
One
by
of,
helping you and by destroying a demon.
one of the things I read was that elves are very skeptical about half elves, and that half elves kind of have to prove themselves to full elves to be like accepted. So I'm
Yeah, but you
automatically
live
just
half-
like,
While you're a full elf, you've kind of also lived the half elf life. You haven't been really deeply ingrained into elven society because, you know, all of the fuck them.
that's fair.
So you're probably not as nose in the air as the rest of them, but
I mean, Sephi would probably grab her, or at least like motion for her to come along after she blew the head off the demon in a quite spectacularly holy fashion.
So I'll look at her and I'll say, I don't know you, and I appreciate what you just did for us. If you need to leave, you can leave with us. But you're gonna have to be cool.
We got our eye on you.
All right.
We're watching you. If you want to come,
Seagulls.
keep up, or you're gonna fall behind and sucks for you.
Okay.
So
Yeah, let's go!
we're running.
Now I need an athletics check from everybody.
Okay.
Because if you're running for the beach,
Which one
you
do I
need
do?
to try and make it
D20.
to the water faster than they can get their shit together and come after you.
18.
Excellent.
Okay, hold on. It's gonna be one by one, and we're gonna say our things out loud. So give us
31.
Happy got a 19.
Is it with that 12
Okay.
that I did?
Hold on, I'm gonna tell you. Okay. Tatiana, what'd you say? Athletics.
Yes.
Tatiana got a 26, and then what'd you roll on your die?
18.
And then what is your athletics on your sheet?
Do I do 2 plus 2? Or just 2?
Just whatever is in the one big square.
2.
So 2. So
20.
Estrella got a 20, and Tatiana got a 26.
All right.
Do you need an athletics from Vesta?
No, she keeps up with you. She's got more legs than you do.
Okay.
Excellent.
All right. Also, you have a summoned dragon that's was in the courtyard. What do you order him to do? Because he's around for a little while longer.
Follow
Continue wreaking
us.
havoc. Get the hell out of there.
Follow us.
Okay.
Because I don't feel like leaving him behind is gonna do us much good. I mean, he might have fun like fucking murdering them and just setting fire to everything, but I'd rather him be closer to us so he can kind of like guard our back if it comes down to it.
Okay.
And then and dragons like treasure, right? So like as a
Yes.
parting gift, I could give him something shiny and it would make him happy.
Yeah.
Because before he has to leave me and send him on to the other realm, I want to make sure that I've done something that makes him happy, that he would like want to come back and hang out with me again.
I just check. Reading up a quick thing. They are some genetically a distant relation to red dragons.
Mm-hmm.
They're chaotic evil creatures, so they revel in hurting people, and they're in it for themselves.
Okay.
So while your summoning spell forced him to work for you, if you want to create a rapport with him, and get him to be a occasional hench person, giving him some kind of reward that he can take with him might up your rapport with him.
Okay.
All right. So Steffi is the slowest one, but not by much. She is a leaf on the wind. Watch how she soars.
Get off the end of the bridge.
Yep. You are about halfway to the beach when you hear a thud as the gate drawbridge is dropped back down, and a troop of 8 soldiers is riding hellbent for leather, chasing you.
Oh boy, oh boy.
You've managed to get their horses saddled up, and they're coming after you. There's a troop of soldiers on foot following behind them, but they're nowhere near as quick.
Excellent. Speedy.
Well, I assume we just keep fucking running as fast as we can. Yeah, we're just running.
All right, give me another athletics check.
Here. Oof, that one was a 6.
A total of a 6?
Yep.
14.
On the die. Unless your
Uh,
athletics. A 2.
Athletics, yeah.
Okay.
So, 14, 16.
So Estrella got 16 and Tatiana got 21.
Okay. Estrella's starting to get a little winded, and Sephi has tripped and fallen.
Oh, yeah.
Kate, this might be one of those times for you to swoop in.
Kate, grab Seffi. Let's go. We gotta go.
I scoop up Steffi and put her onto my shoulder and keep running off the bridge.
Seffi, do a shrink.
Graceful.
Yes, hold on. I kind of do hold on to the straps of your armor.
All right.
She's not wearing her armor. You just gotta hold onto her neck.
Exactly. Well, we'll
You
piggyback
manage
it.
to make it down the path to the small beach. It looks deep enough that you might be able to get the escape into the water here without running it ashore. But you're going to need to head to the opposite end of the beach, where it looks deepest.
Okay.
As you're running across the sand, the soldiers manage to make it to the top of the path that leads down. They have to slow down with their horses because it's not as not as solid a foot coming down this rocky trail. Where you on foot were able to go faster.
Can I cast another wall of fire behind us and have
You would
the
have to
dragon
stop,
attack?
Slow down and stop.
I will let them go and get the fucking boat in the water and fucking get ready, and I will cast the wall of fire and get the dragon to attack them so we can...
You could order the dragon to attack them without any time cost.
Okay.
But if you want the wall of fire also.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of do, because I feel like it might slow them down even more, and the more I can slow them down while they get the boat in the water, because I don't know how long it takes to get the boat out of the fucking bottle and shit. And
I think about
it's very quick. It's like 3 actions in initiative. So within 10 seconds, you get the bottle in the water and you're good to go.
So while they're getting the bottle ready and I'm throwing up a wall of fire, and the next thing I know the ship's there, and then I'm hauling ass out there. And if I have to fucking hang on to the dragon's talons to get to the boat, I will. But I feel like that's what my character would do. Would be like, you guys go, 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 and I'm gonna throw up my wall of fire and have the dragon attack.
Okay. The wall of fire opens up right at the base of the trail that leads down. There's really no way for them to get through without going in the fire, and the horses are saying, fuck that shit.
I was like, I choose life.
So one of the soldiers jumps off his horse, approaches the wall of fire, and starts waving his hands.
He's probably doing some magical shit.
Yep.
Trying
If
to
you
get
want
my
to
wall
find
of
out
fire.
what magical shit he's doing, roll your Arcana skill to identify his magic.
22.
That looks like he's casting a dispel magic. So once he gets done, it'll probably snuff out your wall of fire.
Alright.
But they're already dealing with spooked horses, and they've got a dragon coming in from above.
Yes. And the dragon's gonna do a fireball breath. Oh. So, and it still it doesn't give me the, so if he does the fireball breath, it just does damage, right?
Correct.
Okay. So fireball breath, 66. 2, 3, 4.
So all 6, what was I say, 8 horses? Yeah. All 8 horses spook. They only one soldier managed to retain control of his horse. The rest of them are running back up the path.
21 points of fire damage from the fireball breath from the dragon.
Okay. Only a third of them managed to take cover to prevent taking full damage. All right. Who's got the ship? I'm
Kate.
assuming that Kate's got it.
Yep. Kate has the ship.
Finding a deep enough spot in the water, you're well versed enough to clearly know where not to put it and where to put it. You
Yeah.
managed to get the escape in the water, and the ship is ready to roll.
Nope.
It's not too far. You can easily wade out and even chuck Sephi up onto the ship without even having to have her try and wade her short little legs out there.
Excellent. Steffi approves this plan.
A car is waiting on the beach for Tatiana. Whack gets aboard the ship and is taking up a position with his bow to try and cover you guys.
I feel like if I had the bag of holding on me, I probably would have thrown it to someone else to take with them. Like, guys, I'm gonna, I got the defense. You guys need to fucking run. Take the shit. Get to the ship. So they have the bag of holding with them as well. So I don't have to worry about that right now. So if they have the bag of holding, they can get all their shit out of their bag too and try to get their armor on and their other gear. And I trust Thwack. Thwack's my people. So, and Sephi is so little and struggling, I probably handed it to Thwack and said, Thwack, take this. Get on the ship.
Thwack's a good call.
So.
All right. Thwack has the bag of holding. He's got his backpack of holding, which he had previously pulled out his armor, and he has pulled out a what looks to be magical great bow.
Ooh.
So it's even bigger than a longbow, but strangely shaped. The grip is lower down. If anybody's familiar with the Japanese style of longbows, where the grip is much lower, it's not the center point, it's much lower.
Huh.
This is the similar kind of thing that a car is using.
Okay.
He does fire one arrow towards the soldiers. He does not hit any soldiers, but he hits the wall, and it explodes in a shower of light and sparks,
Ooh.
further spooking the last horse they had.
Excellent.
Okay. I'm assuming, Tatiana, that you're running for, after you cast your spell, you're running for the thing?
I'm running.
Okay, give me an athletics check to see how fast you get there versus the guy being able to dispel your wall.
29.
Okay. He is able to dispel, after a bit of time, he's able to dispel your entire wall, and the thing snuffs out. The other soldiers with him are charging on foot across the beach. You manage to make it to where a car is, and he offers to let you go first.
Can I ask the dragon to come down and each of us grab a leg and we ride him to the fucking ship?
That's so cool.
Yeah. Let's see, what's his strength? Yep, he can do that.
Let's go. A car. The dragon's coming. You grab his leg. We're going together. I'm not leaving you behind. I love you.
How are you getting the ship out of here? Are you in a cove?
I don't know.
It has sails. And let's see, what are your odds on
Maybe the dragon can do a whift with his arms that creates a wind behind the ship and pushes the ship.
Steffi, do you have any wind spells?
Brant, we are playing Dungeons and Dragons, and what's happening right now is that all of us are trying to run away from this place where these crazy demonic people tried to keep us imprisoned, and we have a ship in a bottle, and we put the ship in the water, but the ship is in a low place, and we've got to get some fucking motion in the ocean to get our ship out of here and for us to get the fuck away from these crazy ass fucking people. Otherwise, we have to continuously murder them from the ship, which is cool. I'm cool with the murder, but I'd rather us just get the fuck away. If we could just get away, we just want to get away. So if Sephi has a wind spell, if the dragon can do a flippity flap in the air and get some fucking motion commotion going and get that ship fucking rolling, let's do it. Whatever we gotta do. Damn it.
I don't have a wind spell.
Where's the fucking bro, we got the conch
Spell
shell.
involves water and motion.
Water in motion? Oh, I have like hydraulic torrent. And create water and stuff like that. Is that
Visualize jet propulsion.
Yeah, but if you have the hydraulic push, you wouldn't be able to be on the ship. Wait, how does hydraulic push work?
Basically, she could use it to slam the ground and basically create a jet that's pushing back on the ship.
I also have hydraulic push, so that's why I'm like, bro, tag team, let's go. But get me on the ship first, preferably.
Okay, give me a acrobatics check for the dragon hang from the claw trick.
Fuck. I gotta use a hero point. I rolled a fucking nat 1.
Or you could just let me tell an interesting story.
Alright.
That's
The
always
interesting
an option.
and a car is gonna save my life, and this is how we fall in love and get married.
No. It does play out kind of like that, but I'm not going so far as you're married already.
Not yet, but we will be.
But you will be.
As you reach up to grab the dragon's claw as he swoops by, a car gets a good firm grip on the one in front of him, but basically your hands slide off. So as you're starting to fall back to the sand, a car swoops around and grabs you around the rib cage, pulling you tight to him.
Yes.
We are getting away now.
Yeah.
And as he dangles from the dragon, holding on to you, you're flown out to the ship.
Yes.
The dragon makes a horizontal pass across the deck, and you each tumble to the ground, but he holds you and basically protects you from the blows of hitting the thing.
I'm blushing. Tatiana is blushing for the first time in her entire life because she does not know what love is and she thinks she just found it. Tatiana is very much blushing.
Flames coming off of her cheekbones like blush, little flame
Yeah,
blush.
little flames, just ticker ticker.
Alright. Once that happens, Sephi casts, standing on the back of the ship, casts the hydraulic torrent.
Am I on the ship or no?
And what was that?
Am I on the ship or no?
You
Yes,
made it.
waded
You
out
ran.
underwater,
You
yeah.
fucking made it.
Oh, okay, great.
You kept up with all them. I was the only one that stayed behind, and then a car waited at the beach for me. So you kept up with Kate and Sephi and Flack.
Okay.
You're with us, don't worry.
You say,
As
oh, okay.
Sephi casts the spell, the water hitting the shoreline really doesn't have anywhere to go, so it was rebounding back and pushing the boat.
Excellent.
And it gives a hard lurch. The only one who manages to stay on their feet is Kate, because professional sailor.
I love it.
The push does manage to get you out of this cove, and there is a little bit of breeze that allows you to start moving. Once the soldiers get within range, they do start firing arrows at you, which they lit on fire, of course.
Nice.
I will sick my dragon on them.
As you should.
2 of the arrows actually managed to hit the ship, one of them into the sails.
Oh,
Oh, no.
fuck.
So, you
I'll
are a
use my cloak
single-masted
snake.
ship, so you probably need to do something to get that sail put out rather quick.
Could I do create water and kind of like prestidigitation it up into the sail?
Yes, you can. And create water, I believe, even has a range.
Yeah, I do think so.
So, you could, create water into a bucket and splash it up onto the sails.
Excellent.
Prestidigitation would, just make sure you're
Make
aiming
fun.
to it.
Yeah.
So, you managed to put out the small fires, and they didn't manage to hit any one with the thing.
Can my dragon do like a final attack on them before the dragon flies away with us and I give him a fucking like gold coin or something before he disappears?
Yes, you probably got maybe a minute or two before the summon is going to end.
Okay, so he can do one more action.
Yep.
Okay.
The soldiers, once you are out of range, are headed back up the trail, trying to get their horses.
Okay, so with the dragon's tail, it doesn't specify one target. It says the reach is 10 feet.
Right.
So
It-
is
so-
it just one target, or it's like
With
whoever's
his
within?
target, he could, if he's going to do a swipe with it, he can do that. It was just the draconic frenzy that let him get the all those strikes all at once. Had to
Right.
be on one target.
Okay, so I want him to do the tail and just do a flick with his tail as best as he can. And he's gonna get a 24.
Okay. He doesn't do a lot of damage on this particular one, but he does knock two of the soldiers right off of the trail,
Excellent.
and the rest are cowering to try and not get hit.
Okay.
Okay.
It would
How much damage did the attack deliver?
only 9 points
Okay.
of damage.
So they're banged and bruised a little bit, and two of them went sprawling off the trail.
Yeah, just kind of like knocked him prone, and then so he'll fly back towards the boat, and the best shiny I have. Let's see. Do you think he would like black pearls more or white pearls more?
You could ask him.
Okay, I speak Draconic and Infernal, so I will speak to him and I'll be like, I have these beautiful pearls here. Which one do you like the most?
The ship is just large enough that it doesn't tilt too badly when he lands on the rear of the ship.
Cute.
And seeing your offering, he reaches out a claw and taps both of them.
He wants one of each.
Okay.
I give him a black pearl and a white pearl.
Okay. Did we put down a gold value on those?
We did not. We have them written down in the group inventory that we had 27 black pearls and 15 white pearls. That's all we wrote down.
Okay.
But I figured
So-
pearls are even prettier than gold coins.
You just gave him about 25 gold worth of gems.
I'm okay with
Not
it.
bad.
Still have a bunch more left.
This is my due. I appreciate you recognizing my worth. I even got to fight a demon today. I
You're
will have some scars, but they are signs of battle.
Ooh, okay. Because I know. What do I know about her? Do I know that she's an oracle? Do I know that she has healing things? Do I know that there's something that she could do to heal him?
Based on what you've seen, you saw her cast a couple of spells. One is clearly divine light magic, and that usually comes along with people who can do healing.
Okay. So I look at Estrella and I said, "You want to earn your keep on this ship? You heal my dragon."
Okay.
So you have a healing spell, and so you can cast heal on the dragon, and I believe it's just basic heal. I think is
Yeah.
you have heal right here.
Okay.
So we'll have to pull that one up, and then you would cast heal on the dragon, and then whatever it tells you to roll for how much healing you give him.
Okay.
Was it cure light, cure
That's the
moderate, or?
cantrip.
It was just it's a level 1 heal spell.
Okay, so it's the actual
It's
heal.
this one. So, channel positive energy to heal the living or damage the undead. Target is willing living creature. You restore 1d8. So you roll the d8. Nope. Your d8 is this one here with the 8 facing up. Yep. You roll that one, and that's how much you give him back. So 8.
Or you can heighten the spell and use a second level spell slot and get an additional D8.
Yeah, so you can do it, roll a second one. So 8 and 5, so 13 points of healing for the dragon.
It does not completely heal him, but it's a majority of the wounds that he got from the one attack the demon was able to make on him.
Yeah, he only had 18 points of damage total. So with the 13, he's only down 5.
I had him down at 20 points.
Oh, you had him down. Oh, maybe I missed something because I thought you told me it was 18. I don't know if he got hit with something else. Maybe I didn't write it down right.
A difference of a few points
2
doesn't
points.
matter.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So the demon is pleased with you. You can see that normally when one such as myself is summoned, the care is not given to reward us or to heal us. I think you're a fine fellow.
I think you're a beautiful dragon, and I hope you come back someday. Now go rest. Let him go to his place.
If you're gonna summon him again, you gotta get a name.
Oh, okay.
Hey, you come back. I need your name.
I'd love for you to. I think you're a beautiful dragon, and I want you to join us again. What's your name?
I won't give you my true name, but you can call me Cal F. Fair. Kalethfer.
Califer. Almost like Calcifer. Like the little fire guy from Howl's Moving Castle.
I love it.
Yeah.
Califer.
I have to go pee.
No, for sure.
Go pee. Califer. I like it.
You've learned enough that given a summoning name like he just gave you, when you cast that spell again, you can intentionally call him,
Fuck yeah.
as opposed to just getting random dragon X.
Yep.
And
I like it.
oftentimes, the happier he is with you, the harder he'll work for you,
I like
as
it.
opposed to just doing the bare minimum.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay, you have pushed off away from shore. You are headed out into the ocean. Now, Kate, you know that there's always a chance there are going to be patrols, and very likely that there's going to be a way for them to contact local naval ships to try and send them out after you as well. So just because you managed to make it in the water, you're not scot-free. What is your plan from here?
Get the hell out of Dodge.
Are you just going to go pretty much head due south, out straight away from the continent, or you going to try backtracking? Anything? Is there anything you want to try,
We could ask
or just get
Molly's boyfriend.
go as far and as fast as you can?
I think
The
as
latter.
far away as fast as we can would probably be our best bet here.
Okay.
If anyone else has any ideas.
Nope, I'm with that
Maybe we could
plan.
ask the
Ask
Molly's,
a car.
yeah, ask the car.
Yeah.
A car's opinion. I'm more of an army man than navy. I left that up to the captain, but let's go where we can.
Full speed
Do
ahead.
we not this fine ship of yours? Do we have? How are we set for provisions?
We are provised.
We
So-
got this.
I'm sure Tulia left us a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
You have that small, ever-flowing bottle of water.
Mm-hmm.
Not the big barrel one,
Right.
because you left that on your island.
Yes.
You have hardtack provisions, so they'll keep you fed, but it's not a gourmet meal, that's for damn sure.
I'm gonna have to do some fishing.
There is some fishnets and gear on the ship.
Yeah.
Just enough for you to to give your hand at fishing and see how you're going to do with that.
Pretty good at fishing. I used to fish a lot in my prison. Because I lived on the docks. So
It's 3 days later when you see off of your port, starboard, bow, stern. That's the word. Off the stern, you see a ship. Seems to be coming towards you. This thing is, as it closes in, looks to be it's a multi-masted vessel, so it's coming in fast, catching the wind, and coming in faster than you can go.
start throwing stuff overboard so we can go faster.
So you know that won't work sufficiently.
More time. Try to push us forward via jet propulsion.
Okay.
Yeah, I can do that. At least once more.
You've all rested, so you have all of your spells
Okay.
back.
I was like, oh, I bet I could at least do that.
The ship. Wait, do we know whose ship it is? Is it?
So far, you know that it's a multi-masted ship, and that it's coming very much on a course straight towards you.
But can we tell by the flags or masts or anything that there's like a sign that it's from?
Anybody have a spyglass to be able to see more closely?
Not that I know
Yeah.
of.
Yes, I do. Eyeglass.
Dude.
Professional sailor, check.
Yes.
Yeah. It says seeking +4.
Oh. So you've got a badass spyglass.
Excellent.
Obviously.
Hello. Look at her.
She's like, I only get the finest.
Only the finest things for me, thank you.
As I traverse the sea.
So give me a perception check.
That's 31,
Okay. Add 4.
35.
So you can pretty much see what color eyes the lookout in their crow's nest has.
So I see that it's a friendly ship.
No.
Rats.
It is a Chilaxan fast interceptor. They actually got sent out a ship. You guys pissed them off enough that they sent somebody after you.
We really did just fuck shit up, though. I see why they're upset.
I don't. They should be focusing on rebuilding bigger and better,
All their stuff.
not worrying about it.
Yeah. Their male egos aren't allowing for that. You fucked up our shit, we're now gonna fuck up your shit.
They can try.
Yep. Given the relative speeds these guys are going at, it'll probably take a day for them to catch up.
Okay.
You guys have any ideas on what you want to do?
Pulse.
Pick up here. Thank you.
Summon another dragon.
Oh no, right? I'm like, is it water we could summon? You asked Julia to come back with her boyfriend?
We do have the conch shell. So in case you guys didn't, because we have the bag of holding Vivian gave us, we actually have like a lot of shit for the group, which is pretty cool. Most of them are just like potions, but we do have 3 occult scrolls, which I'm sure we need to figure out what those scrolls are. And we have the conch shell, and I've got demonology books and things like that, which I guess I need to figure out. How could I possibly summon a demon? Because I don't have that as a spell. So I don't know how I would get into demonology enough to...
With your next level, you could take a different class. So you'd become a first level demon summoner and what are you presently 9th level sorceress.
Yes.
So that would give you access to different skills.
Okay. We'll figure it out when the time comes.
So we'll figure out how you can basically take the knowledge and incorporate it into your magic.
Yeah. Well, and that's why I was like, oh my god, summon dragon, and to be able to like summon fire dragons is like super cool. So I feel like, I mean, if it comes down to it, I know it's going to be about a day before they get there. When they get there, I'm probably going to have another fire dragon ready to fucking kick their ass and just burn their ship down.
Well, one of those cult spells has it's only marked with a symbol for, it's kind of like a swirl and darkness. So
because I am trained in expert in occultism, can I roll and see if one of those 3 occult spells would help us right now before they catch up to us? Especially because a swirl usually means wind or air.
Go ahead and roll your occult skill.
Okay. 14, 15, 29.
Okay. That swirl actually represents some kind of gateway.
Oh.
Gateway to hell.
No. It doesn't imply, what you can tell, it doesn't imply any infernal things. It's a gateway to some place that's dark. But you didn't get high enough to fully understand exactly where.
So we pull out some weed, get a little bit higher, so that way we can see.
I have a spell.
You have a spell.
Got it.
Transport us.
Oh yeah,
Kate
the door
keeps a
one.
free roll in her pocket.
Dimension door. Patrick.
Yes.
Brielle has a question.
Go ahead.
Will Dimension Door help us in escaping this ship?
Unfortunately, Dimension Door only opens a short range portal that's about for one person.
Okay.
You wouldn't be able to get a ship through it.
It's the next
But a
best
gate,
try I had.
like that scroll implies, potentially you could get an entire ship through.
I mean, I got lots of other shit we could try as they get closer, like Arcane Gas, Arcane Ray of Frost, Scroll. I mean, I got some interesting shit, but
How far is this ship from us?
he said it's a
Right.
day's worth travel.
Right?
Okay.
It'll be a day before they close distance into roughly combat range.
So we've got some rest time and some rebuilding our shit, making sure we're fully ready at health points and spell slots and everything, but pending what they use on our ship, it could take our ship down.
Okay.
And we've got a lot of water breathing potions, and we have a conch shell where we can call the mermaids, but we're gonna lose a lot of shit if our ship goes down. I think I might risk it.
Gonna risk the gate spell.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
I'm gonna
So
be like,
this spell is a ritual cast, so it's not like a combat spell. It's something you have to sit down and put some time and energy into, and it burns up a fair amount of your spell slots.
okay.
You
Did we
cast-
get a day of rest before
Yes.
we got a full rest? So right now I'm at full spell slot, but I'm about to go down.
Yes.
Okay.
So casting the spell takes time and energy, and as you're nearing completion, you feel very exerted. With the completion of the spell, a black void opens up immediately in front of the ship as it's sailing. Water is starting getting sucked into this void, and it's dragging the ship inward. You know, it's almost like there's a sucking of air and water and everything. The ship following you is getting closer, close enough that you can start hearing voices being yelled at you across the water. Any closer and they're probably going to be in spell range.
Yikes.
Do you steer straight into your void?
That's up to Kate. Kate's the one steering the ship. I'm just doing the spell to make it.
The darkness of it is, it's of somewhat kind of magical nature.
I feel like this is our best bet right now, so I feel like we just keep going.
All right. Steering straight into the void, the ship passes into darkness. As very disoriented, and you feel yourselves falling for a moment.
Oh dear God, what have I done?
And then the ship hits something really fucking hard.
Oh, great.
You are all knocked down as the ship crashes what feels like it probably hit rock. You are in pitch black and disoriented. The shimmering circle of light that's behind you closes.
I have dark vision. Can I see?
Yes, you can.
So then
Okay.
I can also.
Yes, anyone with dark vision can see.
Well, that's good.
That's not you.
No, not
You
at all.
don't have dark vision. You only have low light. You
No,
can't see.
I'm saying cool for you guys. Cool for you guys.
Nice. Good for you.
Looking around,
She's like, oh my God, you're gonna kill me, and we're just like, it's cool. Don't worry about it.
Ah, little nippy down here.
the escape has crashed inside of a cave.
Fuck.
You
Okay.
are in a fairly large-sized cave where apparently the gateway took you and water poured in, so there's
It's just
small
so you
puddles
know
and so forth in
when we
here.
start the next
But the escape is laying over on its side. Its hull is cracked in.
Oh,
It's in bad shape.
fuck.
The escape starts to turn to silver dust and flows back into the bottle.
That's good.
Okay, it goes back into the bottle. That's fine.
It'll fix itself to some degree.
Hopefully.
Tulia told you if the ship is ever sunk, damaged, or lost, put it back in the bottle for a few days.
Okay. Woo! I was like, oh my God, I just ruined our whole shit. Alright, escape is in the bottle.
It'll be a while before it's seaworthy again,
Okay.
but
It's alright, we can chill
what
here.
Tulia told you, it should repair itself.
It's okay, we'll chill here for a few days.
Yeah.
Beach episode! Everybody wears bikinis next week!
Dude, I actually
Oh,
got
you're
one in the
inside
mail.
the
I have to
cave.
show you.
You're inside of a
I
cave.
have one.
It's black. Only the people with dark vision can see anything.
All right.
Unless you break out a torch or something. That means Sephi, Akar, and Estrella all cannot see anything until you get out some light. With just a little bit of light, you'd be able to see. Everybody else probably has dark vision.
I have a never-ending torch, so I can see, so I don't automatically think of it. But if someone says something, I'll be like, "Oh, you can't see anything," and I'll light it up. But somebody else tells us, I'm not gonna think that like, "Oh, I can see." I don't know that you can't see. Somebody would have to say something.
Hey, bitch, I can't see.
I don't think that's how your character would react.
No.
All right. Once the torch gets lit, you find yourselves in a large cave. It's probably 200 feet across. It's dome-shaped. There is what looks like a small building or house that's been made out of stone up against one wall, and there are a couple of tunnels leading out of this cave.
Okay. Is there water in the cave?
No, only the water that came in through the gateway that you opened.
Oh, wow. Okay. So we're on total dry land in just a random ass fucking cave.
Yep.
Alright.
Some of the damage to the escape and yourselves was mitigated by the larger mushrooms that you guys all landed on.
Ooh, we eat the mushrooms.
Exciting.
So it's gonna be
You
a
know how
really
that usually goes?
trippy beach episode. It's gonna be the most psychedelic beach episode ever.
Right.
Yeah.
We're gonna meet some really weird fucking creatures, and it's gonna be a fucking psychedelic trip while we're all in bikinis.
I
And
need to use my
fucking
tree
ready.
tattoo.
I'm ready for it. I think this sounds great.
That would be fun.
Is this where we pick up next time?
It's time for a beach episode.
Psychedelic beach.
So, you guys, do you really want me to have a beach episode where we kind of go sideways and you have your beach episode before we pick up this storyline?
I mean, I would like to continue on the storyline, but it would be cool if we kind of pull in the beach episode. But I guess we're not really at a beach, because I thought this was basically like a cave where like the water came in and then all of a sudden the water like dissipated inside the cave, and so it was like a beachy caver thing, kind of like what we experienced in our last beach episode. So that's what I was like, beach episode. But
Nope, you're basically high and dry.
so not as much cool beach episode.
Nope.
But maybe next session and getting through the cave will lead us into the beach episode for the next session
We
after
just
that.
have to keep on under outfits, and when we reach the end of the beach, we'll be like, we did it!
And we'll be like, oh my god, we hate our life, we need a day off.
Yeah, throw our
I mean, I
shirts
did
off.
just want to go to the beach, and then you guys started fighting, and I had to help you, so, like...
You didn't have to, but we're glad you did. So yeah,
All right.
so no, I think we should go through with the cave thing, kind of figure out what's going on, and as we get out of the cave, hopefully at the end of next session, that will put us into beach episode, and then the next session after that can be beach episode while we are, oh my god, trying to heal from everything and get our ship ready and go on from after that. I think that sounds like a good plan.
Yeah.
You guys want to explore this cave before we call it a day, or leave it here?
Let's just explore it next time, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I think this is a good cliffhanger stopping point. So for all of our viewers,
You have managed to use a gateway to evade your pursuers, but now you have no idea where the F you are, and the escape is in bad shape. It'll take a little while for it to be saleable again, but at least nobody's chasing you at the moment.
Yay!
who knows what type of creatures or things we are going to experience next session. So thank you guys for tuning in. You guys are superb. I really appreciate you guys for coming and hanging out with us tonight. I will not be playing D&D this Wednesday. Unfortunately, this is going to be a week off. I will do my best Wednesday evening to maybe pop on the stream and play some Overwatch or some Call of Duty or something else fun to keep up with our regular streaming days of Mondays and Wednesdays. But we will definitely see you guys right here next Monday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. You can help us explore the caves. Don't forget, if you're in the chat, dude, drop some messages. Like, drop some stuff in the chat and just be like, hey, you guys should do this. I want to see this happen. Tell us what you want to experience. Somebody made a recommendation that they want to see a Nightmare Before Christmas themed episode of D&D or Pathfinder that we play. So we're going to figure out ways to kind of converge these holidays like we did with Halloween and like we did with Christmas and like our beach episodes. And we're going to make some cool shit happen. So if you've got an idea, drop it in the chat. Drop it on, comments on my photos on Instagram, on Twitter. Let us know what you guys want to see and what you want to experience, and, even giving us recommendations as we're in battle and be like, oh my god, if you did this, it'd be so cool, because we'll probably fucking do it, man. We want to have fun and we want you to have fun too. So we will see you guys next Monday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, and thank you guys again for coming and hanging out with us. Catch you later.